What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? What's going on this episode? I think 91, 92, 93, guys. The episode's going so far, we can't even keep count, guys. Right here, we got a different look, man. You guys, thank you guys for support. Thank you guys for always hit that like and that share button. Tonight's episode's a little different. Tonight we got this not a rapper. This is an entrepreneur in the community. Also somebody who just happened to be running for the Orangeburg County Sheriff Department. Mr. Darnell Johnson, aka Bubba. So for tonight, it's going to be called Bubba or Darnell. Bubba's everybody know me about. Bubba's everybody know you about. Yes. Okay, so everybody, so Bubba, let's we get this thing started. I'm gonna tell you how this interview happened. It's a young lady, she won't me to say her name, but it's a whole bunch of sisters. So now, so you know what you're talking about. So she's like, Marvin, you need to do another podcast. She said, I'll be doing something good, another good interview. I said, okay. And as she said that, this young man here was walking the Grinch down in handcuffs. And she said, you need to invite Bubba. And I reached out to Bubba, and he glad to say he would do it. So Bubba, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity.
No problem, man.
Just love to talk to the community, about anything that's going on, and just pretty much letting them know who I am, because my goal is always to reach someone that I don't know on a daily basis. I know a lot of people, so it's kind of weird when you say meet someone that I don't. But for starters, I'm born and raised here in Orangeburg, South Carolina, all my life. Got many years of law enforcement experience, also business experience as well. Graduated the Orangeburg School District, actually, Orangeburg School District number 5. Back in the day, so sound kind of like a dinosaur a little bit.
But before we go too fast, let me tell you something. One thing I'm gonna tell you something about Orangeburg County people. They're probably elementary school. So what elementary school did you attend? Whitaker Elementary. Shout out to Whitaker on the Parkway. So you went to Whitaker. So if somebody was to say about the ask one of your teachers, what kind of child was Bubba at elementary school?
Well, you can find this on Miss Johnson, Miss Bubba. It goes back to the years of Just Ain't No Club.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I mean, those folks are community staples, and I mean, they actually brought me forth, and it's often said that it takes a village to raise a child.
Correct.
I always tell folks in today's time, although I'm 40 years old, you have to have a tolerance. There's a time when you're an adult, and there's a time you need to turn it off and turn back into a child, so you can actually have a teachable, learnable spirit.
Correct.
So you can learn something on the journey. But thank God for those two ladies, because it takes me back like it was just yesterday. Now that you say it, and as I go forward, it's just so much that I learned from those two ladies. It's the academic community that
There's always those elementary school teachers that make a difference. So that means you went to Whitaker. That means you're gonna go into Howard Middle School.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Howard Middle School. Yeah. So when you were in middle school, did you play any sports? Play ball?
Actually, I did play football for 2 years. On the Alpha team with Coach Williams at the time.
I know Coach Williams.
Coach Howard Williams. He says went on to be he says deceased. However, all of his sons Dustin and Carl deceased now as well.
They were my coaches.
So yeah, God bless them. Absolutely. But I mean, that's a tight knit family, man. So going back to that, it takes a village to raise, a child, and I saw Elson just recently at a veterans event at North Orangeburg Church. He made sure I did see him at first when I walked in, but he made sure I saw him, as I was walking out. So anytime I see Coach, he's lying.
Hey, that's him. Hey, all right. Come in. And so I coach just okay. So you play football. Okay, so after that, so how was your? So I know how you struggled, but what would your teacher say about you in middle school?
I'm a troublemaker. I'll tell you, I was a troublemaker. Plus, my daddy didn't play that.
Oh, so you just kept it
straight. I didn't bump into no trouble till maybe about high school.
Okay.
Maybe my 11th grade year. Just being transparent.
High school get us all. So you went to W. So when you went to W, who was the principal at that time? You went to W. Who was your principal?
It was Miss Hanson at that time. I'm
trying to change. Yes. Okay, so how would you describe? I tell people, well, even though now I tell the young kids, they go to W, but they don't realize how big. I mean, me and you. Well, I'm 3-4 years younger than you, but the mass OW, I tell people, OW was Big 16, which means that they were one of the 5. They were one of the biggest 16 schools in the state.
Yes, sir.
to go from that to 2 or 3, whatever they are now, it's a big difference.
I marched for the band for many years. I think at our peak year, we marched, I think, 310 miles.
I believe it.
It was insane. It was impressive.
I
The
believe
city
it.
of Orangeburg, South Carolina, going to get schools like Wando and
Yep.
Dorman, and those folks who pull up with 5, 6 track trailers
That's
and
them.
10 motor coaches.
That is them. In high school.
Yes, sir.
And that's what they don't get in high school.
That's it.
So your high school experience was like pretty good.
Well, yeah, for the most part, like I said, up to that 11th grade year, I guess life has those challenges, but you keep on living, you're gonna learn something on the job.
So when you were in high school, that's 11th, 12th grade, did you kind of have an idea of like, I think I want to go this direction in life? Like, I think I might want to be, cross career wise. What did you kind of see yourself being at that point? Like,
it's amazing you asked that question.
Mhm.
I had a class, an economics class at Technology Center.
Mhm.
And shame on me, but I don't remember my instructor's name.
Mhm.
But she taught us personal finance.
Mhm.
So in personal finance, they had us write up a plan that showed us what type of career we want to go into, and then see if we can actually live for sustainability of life.
Mhm.
So at that time, my job that I chose in our project, because I think that was our overall project for the class itself.
Okay.
So in that class, I actually chose that I wanted to be a South Carolina Highway Patrol.
Wow.
I printed my project from top to bottom. I mean, they had to break it down to the parts of salary, what your bills will cost, what your housing will cost. So economics actually did that at the time. And I'm not quite certain if the district still teaches that today, but that was very handy too. So I was at the time, I was also in the criminal justice program at the Technology Center with Michael Charlie was the instructor.
He did it for a long time.
Yeah, he was the deputy sheriff of he's a pastor now.
Mhm.
I believe in St. Matthews as well as Noah.
Mhm.
So shout out to Deputy Charlie.
Yeah.
At the time, I still call him Deputy Charlie.
But I went to school. We didn't call him something. We called him Officer Charlie.
Yeah, that's how it taps on the shit.
That's him. That's him. So, what made you know at an early age that you wanted to go toward? What was your treatment with law enforcement, even at the early age of 11th grade? Like, what was your?
It was something different about law enforcement back in the day, because you had a lot of programs which you had community outreach.
Correct.
Where the community was involved.
Correct.
I mean, law enforcement was involved with the community very heavily. I have a cousin that was a deputy sheriff at the time, Jerome Bell.
Okay.
From Branchville community, and every time I would see him, I was all being intrigued. Like I used to ride with him, I used to hunt him out. I said, I'm gonna ride with you. Just something about just hearing that, back in the day they used to have them rolling lights.
Yeah. Oh man. You going way back. You going way back. You're way back. So okay. So see, intrigued. So you go. Obviously, you're taking those classes early. So what happened after graduation? Where does like put us at graduation?
Well, after graduation from high school, I was summoned to the United States Marine Corps.
Ain't no summons. You signed up for your those summons that is over with.
Yes, sir. And I was on the way to Paris, South Carolina. I was still trying to figure out how and why and how come. But as I look back over life now, I don't have any regrets for my decision that I made.
Okay, so what made you pick the Marine branch?
Well, my best friend, Dave.
Okay.
He was signed up. Matter of fact, at the time, I think it was our drum major at the time. He was our drum major, but he was a couple of years ahead of us. But he wound up getting out and going to once he get out. Once he graduated high school, and he went on to the Marine Corps himself.
Okay.
And we actually wind up. He went on to the Marine Corps, became a sergeant, got promoted amongst the ranks, and came back as our recruiter. So I say first we had to listen to this guy, Brandon Jameson. And, he's my insurance guy now too, from businesses. So this guy, he'll kind of stick it with me over the years. So great life, man. Thank God for it. But Brandon Jameson, like I said, he was the recruit at the time. My best friend was going to the Marine Corps without a shadow of a doubt, but he was 17, so his mom had to sign out the Corps.
Yep.
Like I said, his name is Dave Fields. And pretty much grew up like a brother that makes us go to each other. So he said I was doing it, and Sergeant Jameson at the time with Brandon, President Dave. But he said, "Oh, you guys can go to the buddy program." I'm like, "Wait, buddies? Like, yeah, let's go together." I said, "Okay, this is going to be a very interesting year." Now, mind you, we were in Paris Island, South Carolina in July of 2002. When I tell you it baked.
I bet it did. Hey, did the famous sand nets get you?
Yes, sir.
The world famous Paris Island sand nets.
Yes.
Every Marine I know has a story about the sand, and you better not hit your hand.
You better not
hit your leg.
Yes, sir. You better not scratch. You know, believe it or not, that's where these broad shoulders came from. Between, you know, yeah.
Don't say that something else. So you do your time.
Yes.
I just you must say do time. You serve the country.
Yes.
You serve the people. Okay, so you did Marine. Did you do 4, 8, 12?
I did a total of 4 years in the Marine Corps, and I did another 7 in the South Carolina Army National Guard. Because during that time, in South Carolina Army National Guard had a program called Marine Degree. It was the name of the program. So it was like, hey, you know, you can come over, and you know, you don't have to go back to the boot camp, and they'll simply catch. Everybody say, you know, we just do the realistic, you know, Marine Corps video. But it came back and said, well, wait a minute, you know, we need a affiliation bonus. It was offering some good money. So we wound up, me and my friend.
Same buddy system.
Same buddy system. And we couldn't catch. The same fellow who put us in the Marine Corps had been transitioned over to National Guard and put us in the.
Hey, y'all stay together the whole time.
Yes, sir. They still together yet.
Man.
Yes, sir.
So that's called. So everybody know this. So everybody who's seen the flyer, you seen Bubba, you say the 15 years of law enforcement.
Yes.
So after you serve the country,
yes,
for a total of what is that?
Right
11 years?
Right at, well, 12 years.
12 years?
Yes.
Please excuse that man. 12 years.
Yes.
So you decide the next step. I want to go into law enforcement. Not just law enforcement. You want to be a change in the community.
Yes.
Which I tell people, I'm gonna let you explain on it, but I tell people when they see all the stuff is going on in the nation, all these cops, well, we'll just say yeah, just been around the nation. I told somebody from Orangeburg County, you know what that is, because most likely the cop, you know him. If you don't know him, you not see him at a game, you don't see him at a game. There's not much of like I guess more of a relaxed state versus the bigger cities. I've noticed more you see southern, you don't see all the stuff happening in southern cities because like the cops is your homeboy brother, or somebody you see at the football games. So I'm actually doing it at that time. What made you decide to join the local police force, public safety?
It came back full circle. It took me honestly back in the day to my technology course of economics 101. Again, in my mind, I was saying I want to be a South Carolina. But during that time, South Carolina Highway Patrol had a tattoo office.
They sure did.
So, you know, I came out the Marine Corps, you know, on the journey, and I had tattoos down the sleeve.